The new Independent Fundamentalist Baptist movement has spawned some of the most vocal and aggressive anti-LGBT pastors and churches in recent years. Their churches have garnered headlines for homophobic, slur-laden sermons, violent rhetoric, and praise for mass murderers who target the LGBT community. Now they're complaining about the pushback from the LGBT community and allies. Pastor Danil Kutsar of Sure Foundation said in a sermon last year that he hopes every homosexual dies. Quote, I hope every sodomite dies. I hope every homosexual dies. I hope every F-slur dies. Unquote. And of course, he doesn't say F-slur. He says the slur. In a recent sermon, he complained that every video game out there has LGBT representation. Again, saying that with his cringe-inducing language on the topic, and it includes much more than I want to quote here, but he ends with, quote, they have put F-slurs in there, they put whores in there, talking about the various video games, including Duolingo. He started his rant about Duolingo. If you catch the video, just be prepared for a lot of F-slurs. And the thing that makes me cringe the most is it's so ridiculous in what he's saying, and it's so hateful, it's so homophobic. But when he's talking, the audience, when he says some of these things, the audience laughs in the background, and just that level of support for what he's saying is pretty disgusting and terrifying. But when the result of his violent tirades, bigotry, and slurs being posted online are threats of violence against he and his church, he tries to claim that the LGBT community is inciting violence. He posted on the church's Twitter account, "Oh, I was wondering why I was getting death threats again this morning out of the blue. I thought, I bet Major Beta is behind this. Sure enough, after sifting through your sea of Christian hate posts, there it was, your dog whistle of death. Who is really inciting violence?" Quote unquote. And Meta's response to that was, "All I did was quote you." So I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything on the Twitter post or Meta's response to it, but it was just very funny that now the person who is calling for violence, who is supporting violence, who is praising violence against the trans and LGBT community is trying to cause a stink when the same sort of violent rhetoric comes back pointed at them. You throw gasoline onto a fire, and then when you get burned, you try and either denounce involvement or try and call for things to stop suddenly, or just say that the other side are the ones who are the violent ones. And saying that I don't know why you think that logic would play in any way.